everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery. I am so excited today to show you what I've been up to the last month. I have had the opportunity to build and add the new Omlet Pro to my farm. And let me tell you, I absolutely love this coop. It's been about 4 weeks since my chickens have been in here, although right now they're not in here, but it's been about 4 weeks. And it has really changed the way I raise my chickens. Things have become so much easier. My coop is so easy to maintain. I even tore down my old chicken coop because I'm never going back to a different coop again. I want to show you today a little bit about how I built the coop and some of the amazing features that are available on the new Omlet Pro. Let's start by watching a bit of my build. Recently, Omlet released the Omlet Pro, their new big coop. This coop is made for 10 to 15 hens. It is so easy to clean, like their other coops that they have. They've added a bunch of new innovative features into the coop, and I'm already impressed by the way that the coop arrived to us. You're going to receive your coop in 10 boxes like I have here, but they are all packaged nice and flat and compact, and they were really easy to move to the place where we're going to be building our coop. Another thing that's really great about this packaging is the boxes are marked for you, so you know exactly what is in every box and where to start. So we are going to find box A here, and we're going to get started building. I love all the thought that has went into the packaging of this coop here. So I went ahead and I found box A, and it's actually marked on the side A here. And the other really great thing is on the front here it says, start with me and then move to B. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up this box here and we're gonna see what's inside. This box right here says that this is the frame of our coop portion of our Omlet Pro. All right, so when we look inside our box here, I've already started to kind of look through everything. We've got some really great assembly instructions that are going to help us assemble the house of our Eglu Pro. And when you look inside the instructions here, they are really thorough. All the pieces are marked for you, and you know exactly where to put all your fasteners. This is really great and helpful. There's also an assembly guide for the Autodoor as well. Pull out some of our cardboard here. Everything is so nicely packed, so everything's protected. There's these strong, durable pieces here for the frame of our house. There's a package here that has all of our fasteners on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and finish unwrapping all of our frame and get our instruction book so we can put together our frame of our Omlet Pro. I wanted to show you what was inside the fasteners pack here. I love these attentions to detail. So when we open this up here, we've got all of our screws and everything all organized for us. We've even got our screwdriver here and some wrenches and some Allen keys. Everything is all nicely laid out for us. I love this. All right, so we've got our coop frame all built here, and it is nice and strong and sturdy. I did end up grabbing a helper to help me make sure everything was lined up. These great braces here help to make sure that your Omlet Pro is nice and squared off and even. The next step will depend on the type of accessories that you have on your Omlet Pro. If you are not going to be adding any wheels, you're going to just go on to the next step of actually building the house. We've chosen to add wheels to our Omlet Pro so we can move it around the yard. So we're going to go ahead and add those next. Looking at our wheel pieces we have here, we have our piece that's going to help us lock and unlock the wheel so we can move our Omlet Pro around the yard. One thing I really wanted you to look at is look at these wheels. They are big, they have really good treads on them, they're nice and wide, and they're going to make it really easy to move these wheels all over different terrains. I love this right here. The one thing that is kind of the downside of our farm is We have the pond behind us, and we have some kind of different dips and things like that through the yard. So having these wide wheels like this is gonna make it so easy for us to move our Omlet Pro wherever we would like. All right, so we've got our brackets out now to start assembling our coop house. It looks really nice and organized, and I really enjoy that there is a diagram on the top there that's going to help us know which bracket goes where. Let's get this house started. All right, so we actually ran out of daylight on our first day of building, so we're back today bright and early, and we're gonna finish building our house here, and then we're gonna get our run added. I just wanted you to see how big and spacious this house is before we put our back wall in. Our flock is absolutely going to love this. All right, so our house is all together, yay! This looks fantastic. Now what we're going to do is we've chosen the option to have a run on our Omlet Pro. So we're gonna go ahead and get that built and attached to our coop here. So now that the coop is all built, let's talk about some of my favorite features of the Omlet Pro. The first one is, you may be thinking, Jess, what are you doing in the chicken coop? Well, I wanna show you how big the Omlet Pro is. This coop is so spacious. I have the extension on the run here, and our flock absolutely loves all the space they have. And I can easily move this coop, even though it's pretty big, all around the property. So the flock always has access to clean, fresh grass, and they love it. Something I admire about Omlet is their attention to detail. So some of my parts are a little muddy. It's been a kind of a wet spring here in Northeast Ohio. But this ladder right here is been re-engineered, and it's much easier for the chickens to get up and down the ladder. And it's great because I have a mixed flock. I have some Bantams and I have some standard chickens, and they can easily get up and down this ladder, and it doesn't cause any stress or anything like that to their feet. Some other really neat features are right here. It's a little harder to see right now, but this is the LuxPanel, and this adds light into the nest box area. So when your chickens are in there laying eggs, or maybe they're resting midday, they're not in the pitch black, which some nest boxes can be like that. Another thing is there's this really great vent back behind me here, and it's an adjustable vent, which I'm really excited to use through all the different seasons here in Northeast Ohio. And the other thing I want to show you is right here, and you may be wondering, why am I holding my phone? I have the new smart automatic door on the coop here, and it's run by this really great app. So I have mine set to open at specific times, but you can set it for when the sun comes up or when the sun goes down, or you can set those specific times. The other thing is I can close the door if I need to midday. Maybe there's a predator out and everybody's up top and I want to go ahead and close the door. So all I need to do is press this button here, and the door is going to close on its own for me. Another great thing that you can control from the app is I actually have the light on here as well. So on the inside, a light turns on automatically 5 minutes before the door closes, and it turns off a few minutes after the door closes, but I can also control that from the app as well. It's just a really good peace of mind because I get these notifications and I know when the door has closed or when the door is open, or if the light's on or if the light's off. The other thing is, one thing I really like about the Omlet doors is if one of your chicken friends is in the door here, it's going to stop. It's not going to try and close on anybody. And you actually get alerts that say, there's an object in the way, you probably want to go check the door, which is just really convenient. And you know your flock is safe with the automatic door. Now that we're on the outside of the coop, I want to show you another few things here. One thing is these really great handles that you can add to your Omlet Pro for moving the coop. I highly suggest these. They make things really, really easy. There's one on both sides. The other thing you may notice is there's an improved fencing on this coop here. So up top here you have kind of more of the traditional looking omelet fencing, and then down here at the bottom they've improved the fencing and made it even better, and you have the kind of the smaller spaces down here. I really like this because I know that my flock is safe in here and predators cannot get their hands in any part of this coop. It's also a really durable fencing, so you don't have to worry about things getting bent or bigger predators pushing into this fence because it's not going anywhere. There are two doors, a top and a bottom to our door here, that close like this right here. And you have these pins that you can put in here to close the door. And nothing is opening this door once those pins are on there. Just like that. Again, you have that peace of mind knowing that your flock is really safe when they're inside this coop. All right, I'm outside of the coop now. Shoo! I want to show you some of the features out here that I really, really like. First is, here is where my control panel is located for my automatic door. You can actually mount this in a couple different ways, and the instructions show you those options, but I really like to just put it right here. It's easy access for me. Another thing is you can get covers for the runs of your Omlet Pro. So currently I have the heavy duty tarp on that has a gutter edge on it, and it keeps the run nice and dry, especially this spring when we've had lots of rain. There's also some thinner options that you can use for covers, and we may be adding those for the summertime, but for most of the year, we're definitely gonna be using this heavy duty tarp here. Another thing that I want you to look at is this skirt that goes all the way around the Omlet Pro. Omlet did their research and they figured out the best way to add that protective skirt around the Omlet Pro. If you've built a coop before, you know that part of the process is you bury wire on the outside so the predators can't dig in. This skirt right here prevents predators from digging into your coop. The predators will come up to this wall here where they have that smaller, finer kind of part of the fencing here, and they'll try to dig and they kind of just give up. We've actually seen raccoons come up to this skirt already this year, try a little bit and then give up. It was too hard for them, which is good. I know that my flock is nice and safe inside of this Omlet Pro. We've moved back to the back of our Omlet Pro, and this is where our coop house is located. The coop house here is made out of that really great double-walled construction, so your flock's gonna stay cool in the summertime and nice and warm in the wintertime. The other thing that Omlet has added to the Omlet Pro, which is really convenient, is there's two additional doors down here if you need to access underneath the house, or maybe you want to let the flock out through this door, whatever you may need. It's so nice to be able to access the part of the coop with these two additional doors down here. Our coop, we are moving from one place to the other, so we have the wheels installed on our Omlet Pro. So that's what these handles are right here. I push on these to push the coop up to allow me to move it from one place to the other. Then we release these and it puts the coop back flat on the ground. While we're on the back of the coop here, let's go ahead and look at how we can access inside the house. The Omlet Pro is big, as I've mentioned. That's the theme of the day. It's big. And it's really cool because they've separated the back into 3 doors. It used to be with like the cube, it was just one big door that came off. This, you have 3 options, 3 doors that you can open. So you want to start by opening this middle door here first, and you can pull that off, and that comes off like that. And then you can access these 2 doors very easily. So all you have to do is pull, there's a little lever in here, you would pull that down, and there you go. While I have one of the doors off, I want to show you, here's one of the doors here that has the vent on it that you can adjust depending on the season. So it's getting a little bit warm, so I may actually adjust mine down a little bit here to add a little more airflow into the coop. All right, so now we're on the back of the coop here, and you can see that there are 3 droppings trays, making coop cleaning so easy. That was one of the things that really struck us first with this coop, and we're kind of obsessed with, is how easy it is to clean. There's no wood in this coop. I don't have to worry about mites or anything like that in this coop. Easy to clean, easy to take the pieces out. I can hose the pieces off. I can use my pressure washer if I really need to. We just did a really quick cleaning, you can see here in our video, and where I just hosed everything off. And then about once a month, I'll do a really heavy duty pressure washing of everything. So right here we have those trays that collect the droppings. easy to push those in and out. I put chips in mine. You don't have to do that, but it's just something I like to do with mine. There's also where everybody sleeps at night is in here. You're going to notice that there's not perches that are, installed across the top here. Your flock is going to be on their kind of floor of their house, but not really on the floor because it's kept up away from their droppings tray here. But it mimics them perching, but gives them so much space. So nobody's fighting over their favorite spot on the perch, which is another really cool attention to detail. There's plenty of space for everybody in there, and it's easy to clean. You can also see that panel that I was talking about up front, that beautiful light that's coming into the coop all day long. And there's so much space in here. This coop can hold up to 15 hens, which is absolutely wonderful. And I have about 12 hens in here right now, and everybody's got plenty of space. They all have their favorite spot to go, and my flock has been really loving it. When you're done accessing the back here, it's really easy just to put your piece back in here, line it up, and turn this handle here. And these handles here, mine's a little muddy, but there's a little button down here that you actually press before you turn the handle. And that's great because raccoons and things like that, they can't turn this handle. Once it's turned, that's really tight and secure. All right, so the last thing that I want to show you is the egg port or the egg door of the Omlet. And they have made some really awesome upgrades to the egg port or egg door of this Omlet Pro. First is you have that locking handle here. So we push that, go like this. And then here's one of my favorite parts. I don't have to hold the door. It holds itself. How cool is that? They added these straps here to kind of give you a little bit of a mini table. I wouldn't put anything like overly heavy on here, but you could set your egg carton here or your egg basket here while you're collecting the eggs that are on the inside here. If you want little ones to get a little closer, maybe you want to get a little closer and you don't want this hanging like this, you can easily take the straps off and the door drops down so you can get even closer inside there. These straps are super durable. You're not going to worry about these breaking down anytime soon. They also tuck inside so our chicken friends cannot chew on them. I don't know if you've ever tried to put strings in the coop, but sometimes they take it as a snack and try to nibble at it. They're not going to do that with these straps here. The nest box gives plenty of room for everybody to lay their eggs. My coop has been partial to this one lately, but they do kind of evenly spread out the eggs throughout here. Another really cool thing is there's actually a door inside of here, and let's get a little bit closer so you can see. So at night, if you'd like to make sure that your chickens are not sleeping in the nest box, remember we want to keep those nest boxes nice and clean. All you need to do is reach up inside of here. There's a little handle, and there's a door now on the inside there. Hopefully you can see that. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see inside there. And now nobody can sleep inside the nest box. And then in the morning, all you have to do is push on that handle, open the door back up, and our flock can go back to laying their eggs. Well, everyone, I hope you have enjoyed learning a bit about my build and my first impressions of using the Omlet Pro. Wendy and I, we're pretty impressed. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Make sure to check out the description below for a link to the Omlet Pro and a special coupon code that you can use off your purchase at omlet.com. Well, I think it's time for Wendy and her friends to head back into the coop. It's egg laying time. Thank you so much for watching.